You know the name of Bernie Madoff. You know all the other names that have been associated with Charles Ponzi. Well, Charles, even years after his death, decades after his death, is back in the news. An alleged $80 million Ponzi scheme uncovered in California. Ian Katz in D.C. has the details on this one. Boy, you just can't get rid of these Ponzi operators, can you, Ian? They keep popping up in every neck of the woods. It's like they're almost like weeds in the yard or in the lawn. What's the latest here?
Actually, that's true. Actually, since Madoff was uncovered in December, there's been several more that have been uncovered by the SEC and U.S. regulators. There was one against the deaf. There was another one against the elderly. There was another one against the Haitian community. So a lot of these Ponzi schemes seem to be focusing on affinity groups. This one was against Korean Americans in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Wow. And what are the allegations here? I mean, were they just, you know, Ponzi schemes generally promise ridiculously unbelievable rates of return. And is that what we were getting in this case? Were they like 15, 20, 25, 30 or north of that? Huh.
That's the gist of it. Yeah, it was up to 36% annual returns, and we see this a lot in these kind of schemes where the claims of returns are outsized, and people were lured in, spread around by word of mouth. There in the San Francisco area, there were about 500 investors putting in a total of $80 million. This is according to the SEC. Keep in mind that these are allegations. They haven't been proven. This hasn't gone through the judicial process yet. But it appears to be that the people were lured in by promises of high returns. And in fact, very little of this money, this was a foreign exchange fraud, allegedly, and very little if any of the money was actually invested in foreign exchange, according to the SEC.
And it was a trans-Pacific. It has a trans-Pacific kind of a net of influence as well, not just the U.S., but Korea and Taiwan involved. And apparently, there were some elderly or pensioners who might have been lured, who might have been snared into this as well.
There was focused on the Bay Area. They had investors in California and 4 U.S. states, but also investors in South Korea and Taiwan. And I think that goes to show that these things can spread when someone thinks they're onto a good thing. Just like Bernie Madoff, they get their friends in, and slowly the people get really trapped into it. In this case, 500 people.
All right, Ian, thanks for that update there. You can't legislate morality, as they keep